Welcome to Retired to Ride Tour 2024. This is number 15. In this video, we're taking our journey from Mönchengladbach to Hastings, including the ferry and the problems we had at passport control, our friends Chris and Karen in Hastings, the Pirate Parade in Hastings, the Triumph Owners Motorcycle Club, Verrill Motorcycles, an ancient motorcycle dealership and repair shop, and our move onwards to Winchester. Here we are, not far from Dunkirk, about 50 kilometres to go. We just stopped after a 3-hour ride for coffee and fuel. See you at the port. Our bike is a 1998 Honda Pan-European 1100. And Brenda, on the passenger seat, is our super executive camera operator. The way into the DFDS terminal at Dunkirk is quite easy. It's very well laid out and clear on the signage. At passport control, the UK passport control, this is where we had a few issues with Brenda's South African passport and her Spanish residencia and whether we should have a visa or not, blah, blah, blah. But they were very polite, we were very polite, and after an hour or so, we managed to get leave to remain in the UK for Brenda until the 24th of September. And that means we've got 6 weeks in the UK. So having missed the 12 o'clock ferry, we're on schedule to be on the 2 o'clock ferry, and away we go. Cyclists and motorcyclists are first up the ramp. I thought it worth showing how this happens and how the bike is secured in the boat for those of you that haven't done it before. We actually travel the full length of the ferry. You can see how large it is. Parking the bike midway between the two tie-down points on either side of the bike, and then using the strap or strop, you ratchet down on the side stand side. Well, that was good. Bikes came on first. We're soon on our way and we leave Dunkirk sunny and warm. Seaman stains to the laundry, seaman stains to the laundry. Anyway, we're on the ferry. We had quite a few issues at passport control in Dunkirk, the UK side, with Brenda's passport. And they wanted a visa, which is a change from the last time we came. And then we find out our trip to Ireland will also need a visa. So we're heading to the UK. Brenda's got a 6 weeks stay before having to leave, and we'll probably, instead of Ireland, we'll probably go to Scotland. Why not? See you later. So we settle in for a relaxed, very calm 2-hour journey to Dover. I saw this beautiful mermaid sitting on the upper deck. And then... Cheers, it's beer o'clock.
Unfortunately surrounded by coachloads of teenage children on a school trip.
I think I read somewhere that the Channel is one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world, and we see our fair share of other vessels going by. And at the same time, we're reflecting on that issues at the passport control and working it out. Last time we came through, because Brenda had her passport and a residency card for Spain, we were allowed in. But since Brexit, that seems to have changed. But when we looked it up online, it still said if you have a Spanish residencia, you can get in. But not if you have a South African passport, apparently. We're both excited at the prospect of catching up with our wonderful friends, Chris and Karen in Hastings. So, we're coming into Dover now. I hope there's no more passport issues for Brenda. Fingers crossed, eh? And if there are passport issues, we've learnt, travelling as much as we have over the years, that you just keep calm, take it easy, and be polite. And sometimes it all works out good.
I thought I'd show you what it would be like if it was a rough sea using the camera.
In reality, we've had a flat, calm crossing. Now we're coming into the port of Dover, looking at the white cliffs. It's a pretty significant size, this port or harbour, and that sea wall is an impressive bit of civil engineering. First off, at the other end are the trucks and ourselves and some cyclists. So I'll just show you what that looks like as we follow the ramp down into the port itself. My goodness, there's a lot of trucks going both ways. You may have noticed that I'm keeping my distance from the trucks. down through the port, along the seafront and onto the A20. It's warm and sunny. We've had a nice 2-hour rest on the ferry, and we get into the groove. After recalibrating the brain to be riding on the left-hand side of the road, which I haven't done since 2010. Excuse the pun, but it's just like riding a bike. So we're not in a rush. We know we're going to get to Chris and Karen's place on time, just enjoying the ride and the views.
You can see the water here, yeah? We're going to turn left. You can see the water. Maybe.
They nearly didn't let us on the ferry.
No.
Yeah.
What have you done to not deserve to get on the ferry?
Well,
Right.
Brenda.
yeah, it's Brenda.
South African
All down to
connection.
Brenda. Yeah.
You've got the blame already for this, I
Yeah.
can see.
A great catch-up that evening with Chris, Karen and Max the dog. And then the next morning, Chris takes me out with the Triumph Owners Motorcycle Club. Triumph Owners Club, meeting in the morning, opposite the laundrette, just like the old days. So today the route takes us to Billy's Diner and then on to Verrill's Motorcycles. A very popular Saturday morning location, this diner. They're a good bunch, these Triumph riders, and most of them are riding Triumphs, mostly adventure bike Triumphs or classic Bonneville type Triumphs. And then there's a few others like the Hondas that Chris and I are riding and a guy on a Ducati. The banter between the riders is continuous throughout the breakfast, and it's a really good breakfast, a very good menu. Then it rains and everyone scuttles inside. But being England, the rain stops 5 minutes later. The diner is popular not just with motorcyclists, but families as well. It's a really nice place. After a proper slap-up breakfast, some of the riders move on to somewhere else and the rest move on to Verrill's Motorcycles. And oh my days, lordy lords, the condition of some of the roads in the south of England is abominable. Next stop, Verrill's at the Old Forge. I'm really looking forward to this. And what a sociable group of gentlemen this Triumph Owners Motorcycle Club are. Then we all slowly wend our way inside this cornucopia of motorcycling wonderfulness. Are you enjoying this, Chris?
I'm having a wonderful time, my friend, from Espanol.
This is something else, this place.
It's lovely, isn't it?
And what was it? It's the oldest family-run firm of motorcycles.
If you've only got a mere 14 grand, you can have this, Johnny.
What is it? And it's how much?
14,500 or near offer. To you, sir, 15,000.
And what year was it? A Sunbeam?
It's a Sunbeam 500cc model, 1928. It's a Mod 5. Now, if you've got a Mod 5, you know you've got a Mod 5. I can afford that. Long stroke. There you go.
It's a veritable shiny chrome and metal, holy grail kind of an establishment. It's just never ending, this place. And it's a 56 watt Triumph Thunderbird, is it?
500 Speed Twin.
Speed Twin.
6,750 of your English pounds.
How much? How much?
It does have an original key though, sir, though. There's not many of those left, you know. It's worth every penny. I'm sure it is, yeah. Yeah, there's nothing to do with it.
Looking around the yard, you can see not a lot has changed over the years, and there's something quite remarkable and nice about that. You fill her up, please, Chris.
How many litres of 5-star would you like, sir?
I think I'll have just a couple there.
Well, that'll be 2 and 6 of your English pennies. I'm afraid it's a bit of a leak. So
It is a bit, isn't it? We'll do
I
it.
think I better put that down.
I think you better put it back.
Let me show you the pump, sir.
Retaining the old swing-out fuel pump is a masterstroke of originality, in keeping with the whole look of the place.
Altogether, there was 21.
21.
And there will be 4 of us for the next section.
Before heading off with 3 other riders to Seven Sisters and Beachy Head, I'll leave you with a few photographs that I didn't manage to catch on film. I have to admit, to be surrounded by so many desirable old bikes, classic and vintage, made my wallet itch. Next stop is the Seven Sisters, and very popular with tourists because it was included in a scene in a Harry Potter movie. And I think the Seven Sisters were also represented in another film as the White Cliffs of Dover. I think it was the Battle of Britain film. That evening, Brenda and I were invited to Triumph Owners Motorcycle Club buffet at the Robin Hood pub in Icklesham. Wonderful evening. The next day, however, is Pirates' Day in Hastings.
Shiver me timbers,
Slice me main brace.
I'm warning ye, I'll
Got you like a fish.
I cut you from stem to stern. It'll be a most terrible thing, but we'll keep you alive to the last minute.
I'll kill all you twice.
Aye, and there'll be barnacles as sharp as razors under that ship.
I'll feed you to the crabs.
What?
I think you're getting the impression of the grand foolishness of the day ahead.
We wander down the hill towards the picturesque and old town of Hastings. Here you can see 2 pirate queens making their way to the seafront. As the morning wears on, more and more pirates congregate around us. Our 2 pirate queens, Karen and Brenda, ready for the parade. Some of those attending have really made a huge effort to dress the part. It's absolutely wonderful, isn't it?
Brilliant. That's a black-hearted brigand if I ever saw one. Scurvy dog.
This guy doing Long John Silver with his parrot wins my vote. Absolutely fantastic.
Them pirate drums, they're coming ever closer. The pirate parade is on its way. And some of the pirates are already flying their colours. Arr, 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 double R. With cherry on the top. There even be a pirate dog on the parade. I think it's time to be joining in.
What a wonderful time to dress up and be silly and entertain the kids. I think it's absolutely spot on. Arr.
And then there came about some pirates' music.
We wander down to the shoreline to look at the fishing fleets, the fishing boats, and the graveyard of bulldozers, old and new, that are used to shove and pull the boats in and out of the surf.
As ye can hear, the pirates is still singing behind us. Then Captain Nash tries to sell us a boat.
Right, sir, I sell you this boat, right, and I will not lie, she's perfectly seaworthy. I would take my children out in it, right? You have everything you want here. The fact that that is at an angle is probably one of the best things about it, because if there be a shoal off to the left, you will definitely see it, right? And here we've got many features. You see these holes here are good for letting the water out as well as letting them in. I don't know what else to say about it, but my 5 doubloons, I'll sell it to you. It's my brother-in-law's boat, honest it is, governor.
Sounds like a bargain to me.
Right,
Then we sees a proper pirate sign left by Blackbeard himself. We takes a walk.
I've got to stop doing that pirate thing. We take a walk up by the fishing huts, and you see they're built very tall, some of them 3 doors up. And the reason for this is to avoid land tax. They were taxed on the imprint or the size of the building on the land, so they built upwards instead of outwards. And round here you can see Maggie's Fish and Chip Restaurant. We'll be going there later. It's a very interesting museum in this area where you can see the Pirate Queen taking command and her itinerant crew playing the fool.
It's a bit rough out here today. Messed about you'll have someone's eye out with that
what's
thing.
that, mate? Oh dear. There you go.
There you go.
Apache, he's always a favourite, isn't he? Right.
And the best fish and chips ever at Maggie's restaurant. In the late afternoon, we wander back up the town, up the hill, for another wonderful evening with Chris, Karen and Max the dog, before the next morning when we have to be on our way.
Here we are, hale and hearty, brand new day, brand new party. So we're off from Hastings, where Karen and Chris live, and we're going to Winchester today. And I'd like to say a huge thank you to both of these people for looking after us. It's been fabulous. Pirates and all sorts going on. Thank you very much indeed.
That's all right. You're very welcome, sir.
It's so nice to have you come and stay too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we'll see you back in Spain at some
Oh,
point.
well, we're certainly back in Spain soon as possible.
For the Saturday morning coffee.
Yeah, ideal. Absolutely ideal. So we'll see you later.
Yeah.
See you later, guys.
See you later. Bye. Have a safe trip.
An absolutely fantastic couple of days with our friends Karen, Chris and Max the dog. And now we're on our way to Winchester. UK fuel prices seem to be on a par with the rest of Europe, but not as cheap as Spain. Sad to leave Hastings, which we've fallen in love with, and also Karen, Chris and Max the dog, but happy to be on the road again.
Even though, in typical English summer fashion, it starts to rain.
It's round about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, time for lunch. And we've picked an interesting venue. So we're at Cowdray Park, which is the polo ground and playing fields. It also has a farm shop and a very nice cafe. The interior of the cafe is full on, so we go and sit outside.
I think we'll sit outside. So we've made some progress between Hastings and Winchester. It's been raining most of the time, but that's how it goes, isn't it? It's not a problem really. And we stopped for lunch here at Cowdray Park, which is the polo ground, and they've got a very good cafe, So we stopped here for lunch, and we've seen Tarquin, we've seen Buffy and Fluffy and Finley, and we also saw Helena Cressington Smythe in her beautiful green Mini Countryman with horsey stickers on the windows. Seriously, it's been really good here. See you later.
Cowdray Park, a very pleasant surprise. Meandering through the country lanes, wonder of wonder, some blue sky appears. In fact, the last 40 minutes of the ride are in perfect sunshine. We're very excited now to be meeting up with and spending time with family. All in all, it's been a good ride, apart from the obvious snarl-ups and traffic jams you get in the UK. But now it's time for family time. That's pretty good, eh? And imagine, here we are, bright time.
Okay, that's not
Perfect end to the day.
It's a pork chop.
We hope you've enjoyed sharing our time with us, and maybe you'll come back for video number 16.